Good morning. You're watching the Breaking News show right here on CNN News 18. A big breaking news that is coming in about the Election Commission. The poll panel is set to pilot a remote voting program for domestic migrants. What does that mean? Remote voting refers to a mechanism that allows electors to vote from locations other than the polling station of their registered constituencies. The ECI has developed a prototype, I believe, and it is inviting political parties for the demonstration of that prototype. Apparently, the prototype can handle multiple constituencies from a single remoting poll booth. You remember, large populations within the country migrate every single year from within their state to other states, primarily for work. The EC has been mulling this for a few years now. This announcement coming in, the ECI has floated the concept note. They are soliciting views from political parties, as we just told you. Remember, every year, lakhs of voters are unable to exercise their franchise on account of geographical barriers for different reasons. But what remote voting plans to do or hopes to do is bridge that gap. It particularly affects male workers in some parts of the country. Now, back in June itself, the EC had said that they would attempt to start mapping out the population of migrant workers across the country to prepare a roadmap to do exactly this. My colleague Pallavi Ghosh is with us right now. Pallavi, this could impact lakhs of people across the country. Could you tell us more about what the ECI has planned?
Well, so I'll just tell you very quickly the context really to here, because if you remember, just in the post-COVID era, a lot of laborers and workers and migrant workers had actually gone back to their homes or they were stranded and they were not able to come back to their place of vote. And that at that point of time, the worry really was that what kind of a right then are they going to be able to exercise? In fact, the other second point is that many of the migrant laborers complain about the fact that they do really want to go back to cast their votes, but they're not able to do so because their vote is in their hometown. They may not get leave. It's not possible for them to go back, and therefore they lose out. And political parties also have been raising this concern. Bulk of migrant laborers, especially in North India, comes in from Bihar and UP. Now, I would say this suggestion coming in from Election Commission of India is very politically significant, clearly with an eye on elections in 2024, and also on that critical work ban, which is that of the migrant laborers. But also the most important factor is that each one of us have the right to exercise our vote. So this new proposal from the Election Commission is that along the lines of the EVM and RVM will also be introduced, which is a remote kind of a voting machine where the migrant laborers can cast their votes and they don't have to go back to their hometown to cast their votes. Of course, political parties have been asked for their inputs. Based on the number of inputs, the kind of a feedback, we can expect some final decision to be taken by the Election Commission. Is quite hopeful that they can do it before 2024 Lok Sabha elections at least.
Pallavi, would you have more details? Would migrant workers have to register themselves as migrant workers in the state they'd migrated to? Do we have more details about how this would work?
So there are two ways of looking at it. One, of course, the migrant laborers, especially in the post-COVID era, the Ministry of Labour, which is the nodal ministry, had actually started out with this process of registration of the migrant laborers. The main purpose behind that was actually to have a window for them where facilities can be provided, also to find out, to track them if they need any help. But that was in the context of COVID. As of now, anyone can be a migrant laborer. For example, my hometown could be in, say, Kolkata, but I work in Delhi, and if the election is taking place in Bengal and my vote is still in Kolkata, it may not be possible for me to go there, take leave and cast my vote, which means I lose out on that vote. A political party also is losing out on that one vote, and therefore this is the entire idea of a registration or a remote voting machine as far as the migrant laborers are concerned. Again, mind you, the main point is that most of the migrant laborers in North India comes in from, say, UP and Bihar, in down south, Andhra Pradesh, so on and so forth. Essentially, this gives a window of opportunities to the political parties also, and also to every laborer who's not living in his hometown but has migrated to other place of work.
Okay, all right. Pallavi, if I could just ask you to stay with us. Bihar is one of multiple states, including, for example, Uttar Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, that sees a large number of migrant workers move every year. My colleague Saurabh is right now with Vijay Kumar Sinha. He is the leader of the opposition in the Bihar Legislative Assembly. Let's go over to him to his reaction to this story.
विजय जी, इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया ने एक पायलट मशीन को टेस्ट करने के लिए कहा है, जिसमें जो बाहर के माइग्रेंट वर्कर्स हैं, जैसे बिहार के, यूपी के बहुत सारे माइग्रेंट वर्कर्स बाहर जाते हैं, उनको वोट करने में परेशानी होती है, वापस बिहार आना पड़ता है, स्टेट आना पड़ता है। पर अब इस मशीन से वो लोग वहीं पे ही वोट दे देंगे। किस तरह से देखते हैं इनिशिएटिव?
देखिए, निश्चित तौर पर लोकतंत्र को इससे मजबूती मिलेगा और ये आवश्यक भी है, और चुनाव आयोग का पहल ये सराहनीय है, क्योंकि आज वोट परसेंटेज जो हम लोग देखते हैं कि काफ़ी कम रहता है। उसका कारण यही है कि जो बाहर चले जाते हैं उनको आने जाने में काफ़ी खर्च होता है, समय पर उनको उपलब्ध नहीं हो पाती है टिकट, या कई तरह की परेशानी होती है। तो इस तरह की व्यवस्था से हमारा लोकतंत्र मजबूत होगा। गरीब गुरबा कमज़ोर तबका के लोग भी अपने मत का प्रयोग कर सकेंगे और एक अच्छे शासन के लिए सबकी विश्वास को लेना आवश्यक है। और ये चुनाव आयोग का पहल बहुत ही सराहनीय है। इस तरह के वातावरण बनेंगे तो एक बेहतर पार्टिसिपेशन होगा इलेक्शन में लोगों का, और वोट परसेंटेज भी काफ़ी बढ़ जाएगा। अभी 50% पर जाते जाते सिमट जाता है, लेकिन सच्चाई है कि बहुत सारे लोग अपने रोजी रोजगार के चक्कर में, व्यापार नौकरी के चक्कर में बाहर रहते हैं, समय पर आ नहीं पाते हैं, और उस तरह की चुनाव में उनकी भागीदारी सुनिश्चित करने की कोई व्यवस्था और साधन भी नहीं है। इसलिए ये पहल सराहनीय और ऐतिहासिक होगा। इस पहल से जो लोकतंत्र का उद्देश्य है वो भी पूरा होगा, सबकी भागीदारी होगी।
ईवीएम पे बहुत बार सवाल उठता है, अपोजिशन हमेशा सवाल उठाता है। आपको लगता है कि ये भी फिर आगे चल के कंट्रोवर्सी में आने वाला है? क्या आरवीएम पे भी सवाल उठने शुरू होंगे?
देखिए, जो नकारात्मक मानसिकता के होंगे उनके जब फेवर में आएंगे तो चुप हो जाएंगे, और जब हार होगा तो लोकतंत्र की खूबसूरती होती है कि हार हो या जीत हो, जनादेश को स्वीकार करना। लेकिन वो जनादेश को बहुत लोग स्वीकार नहीं कर पाते हैं और जनादेश का अपमान करते हुए इधर उधर बातें बनाने लगते हैं। अगर जो ईवीएम पर अविश्वसनीयता उठा रहे हैं तो फिर वही ईवीएम से उनकी सरकार बनती है तो वो मौन होते हैं, जब नहीं बनती है तब उंगली उठाते हैं। संवैधानिक संस्था पर अविश्वास करने की मानसिकता वाले लोग कभी लोकतंत्र के हितैषी नहीं हो सकते, और जो भी व्यक्ति संवैधानिक संस्था पर उंगली उठाता है निश्चित तौर पर वह लोकतंत्र का हत्यारा है। लोकतंत्र में उसे विश्वास नहीं है और यही लोकतंत्र को कमजोर करता है।
So we have heard the leader of opposition. He says that it will boost up the voting percentage of India, and also he welcomes the move by Election Commission of India.
All right.